Which square does the king start on in chess? Imagine you're about to start a game of chess and want to set everything up perfectly. The first thing to know is where the king begins on the board. The king starts on the e-file, which is the fifth column from the left if you look at the board from each player's perspective. For the white pieces, the king is placed on the e1 square, which is on the first row closest to the white player. For the black pieces, the king is on the e8 square, which is on the 8th row closest to the black player. When setting up the board, make sure it is oriented so that each player has a light-colored square in the bottom right corner. This is important because the placement of all pieces depends on this orientation. The white queen goes on the d1 square, which is a light square, and the black queen on d8, which is a dark square. The king then goes right next to the queen on the e-file. This means the white king is on e1, and the black king is on e8. This setup is essential because it keeps the pieces in the correct positions for the game to start properly. The kings face each other directly across the board on these e-file squares. The kings are part of the king side, which includes the files e through h in front of each king. On the 2nd and 7th ranks are the pawns. These pawns protect the king at the start and allow for the opening moves. To sum it up, the white king begins on the e1 square, and the black king on e8. Remember, the king is placed next to the queen on her color square. The board must be set up with a light square at each player's bottom right corner. This arrangement makes sure the game starts correctly and is the foundation for all moves and strategies to follow. Knowing exactly where the kings start helps you understand how the game flows from the very first move.